I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you?
Some type of compromise. The compromise was you take your bitch.
Warning. If you are one that is easily triggered, click off now. These are cold facts, ugly truths, and my opinion. You've been warned.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you? Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get it on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
We what? A minute in, and you can already tell, you can already sense, you can already feel the entitlement exuding from this woman, that is radiating from this woman. I've heard of the Cheesecake Factory. I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory, but I know they do have some expensive items on their menu. But her argument is it's a chain restaurant. Who takes somebody who looks like me to a chain restaurant? I'm gonna go and let her finish what she got to say before I, give my full opinion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, even when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
It's too early for that, right? It's too early. When you put your arm in somebody else's arm and as they walk you to the car, that's common courtesy. If you hold your mom's arm to the car, you hold a elderly person's arm, help them crossing the street, stuff like that. How is that too early? It's too early for him to escort you to the vehicle, but it's not too early for him to shell out hundreds of dollars on you on the first date. And this is the kind of attitude you have. You said you get courted, right? I'm used to getting courted. So if you're used to getting courted, why are you in this man's car? If it's so easy for men to court you, if you are so used to this, princess treatment, you wouldn't be on a date with this man unless you're using him, right? For a date, for a dinner date, lunch date, whatever. Like I know a lot of females do. They have these guys compartmentalized into different parts of their life and have them paying bills and tabs and all types of expenses. You could have just been using this man for a date, right? Had no intentions of seeing this man, got what you wanted, and then dipped out on him, blocked him. He has no way of contacting you. You just got a free meal. It's not too early for him to go all out on you, but it's too early for him to escort you to the car. Make it make sense, as they say.
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look at
look
at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See,
I know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I understand.
for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but
Okay, so let me get this right. You guys were already set on going to this high-end restaurant that requires a reservation. He told you what? He said 2 days in advance and the day before the actual date, I'll be there to get you at 4 p.m. People don't just set times and dates just off the cuff, just for no reason, just for their health. He tried to surprise you with a upscale restaurant. You said you understand, but I didn't expect work to take me as long as it did. And you had this man waiting outside for an hour. The way the world is going, I understand why you didn't invite him up. But damn, baby, you had this man waiting for a whole hour outside. He had reservations set for y'all to go to a upscale establishment. You missed your reservation. They give it to somebody else. You cancel. You have to set another reservation. He takes you to an alternative restaurant. And because that restaurant wasn't to your liking, you're just going to not get out of the vehicle. Things happen. You could at least be considerate. He had y'all set for a place that you would have rather been.
if we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, equivalent to that?
I literally
you don't
just said,
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you?
Some type of compromise. The compromise was you take your bitch. The compromise was, man, is you let him open your door, you get out, he escorts you into the restaurant, y'all have a lovely dinner at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all get to know each other, everything goes over well, you like him, he likes you, we can set a second date. Next date, maybe that upscale restaurant you guys were planning to go to. That was the compromise since your work took you into the reservation time, since you had this man waiting for over an hour outside of your home because you don't feel comfortable with inviting him up to the apartment, your apartment. That was the compromise.
you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He just
But
pulled out of the parking space.
if I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You really leaving?
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand where you're coming from.
Hate to pull this card, but it's like any other race of woman would have been more understanding, more considerate, and let the date proceed at the Cheesecake Factory. Given the circumstances, women in general, men do not owe you anything. You expected this man to take you on an upscale restaurant on the first date, be a gentleman, which is understandable, protect you, show you a great time, pay for everything. You trust him with your life. A man that you go on a date with that you're getting to know, you trust him with your life, but you don't trust him enough to let them up into your apartment. Right? That's kind of like, but you want him to court you. You want him to show you the time of your life. You are the reason why y'all are not going to set upscale establishment, upscale restaurant. He didn't raise his voice not once. He didn't curse at this woman. He was the perfect gentleman. He had rules set, and you decided that you weren't going to abide by those. You were going to be uncooperative. And that's how a lot of guys are. A lot of guys don't ask for a lot. At least be understanding, since you're the reason why we're at the Cheesecake Factory. You don't get to pick where we go on a dates. If she says, oh, take me to such and such, and he breaks, she's going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I see where I got him. Now I'm going to be making the rules from here on out. It didn't go how she thought it was going to go. Then she tried to, she tried to backstep. Oh, can't we compromise? Y'all had a chance to compromise. You didn't like the alternative. So, like he said, respectfully, I gotta let you go home. Clearly, we're not right for each other. You have the audacity to record me and put me online. I don't know. But let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this. And make sure y'all down your eyes and cross your T's. It's your boy Alex. Catch y'all on the next one.